Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. This is Preacher Moss, live at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're getting ready to kick off the big Eid celebration and fundraiser for, of course, India, dealing with issues of COVID and the pandemic. As you can look around, we are in full swing. It's early. This is the only hopes of the New York Giants having a successful football season is that Muslims have to come bless the stadium, brothers and sisters, with Eid so they can have a winning season, potentially getting the playoffs. So, if you are a New York Giants fan, you need to donate. Donate to India to help alleviate pain and suffering from the pandemic. And maybe you will get through their first round of the playoffs. Right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss, host of the Shout Out Show. I hope you enjoyed some of those pictures from Eid. Some of those from last year, but it does bring home the fact that even last year we had socially distanced Eid. A lot of us, we did it virtually. Some of us did it at home. But around the world, you saw where people were observing the issues of having a pandemic and trying to pray and have religious expression during the pandemic. And I have to tell you something. I was a part of the Eid at MetLife. Let me give a shout out to the Indian Muslim American Council and the Indian Muslim Relief Council up here in New Jersey, along with Apple Pharmacy. They did it big, man. You know, it was so nice to actually be amongst believers, brothers and sisters. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to expand on that, if you don't mind, a little bit later. But it was just nice to be amongst believers, man. It's funny. It doesn't matter whether it's COVID, a pandemic, everybody has on masks. It's funny how everybody know who everybody else is. I had on the mask. They're like, Preacher Moss. I was like, how you know? And then I looked around. I'm like, I'm the only black guy here. So it wasn't too hard. It was like me and my shadow. They were the darkest people there. So I will look at it for the blessing of people knowing me from working over the years. And I'm joking. Very nice people. Extremely nice people. And I mean this in the most positive of ways. Just folks that were just folks, man. Folks who were really trying to make you feel comfortable, number one. And then number two was like, yo, we needed it. I don't know if this makes sense. I think we just needed, we needed Eid. We needed Eid and the way we wanted it. And when I say that, I'm not being facetious. I mean that it was a spiritual lift. I want to give a shout out to Sheikh Yunus, who's well known in this area. Sheikh Yunus Garib, who's well known in this area. I just met him for the first time. Actually, Sheikh is blind. Sheikh is blind, but you know, when he got up, he was quiet. You know, and then he got up on the microphone, but he was roaring. I was like, boy, you like a Indian Farrakhan. Look at you. And just appreciating what everybody brought to this thing, because I'm not sure, and I'm going to give a shout out to the New Jersey, New York area. 2019, they had their Eid in MetLife Stadium. Now, if you don't know what MetLife Stadium is, it's the football stadium for where the New York Jets and the New York Giants play. The New York Jets and the New York Giants, and they had roughly 50,000 believers at Eid in 2019 come out and enforced. I think the first Jamaat, they had two Jamaats. One was 30,000, one was 20,000. Absolutely amazing. Now, they didn't have that. They had about 500 plus. But here's what I'm going to say about the 500 plus. It laid the groundwork for the idea that Muslims have a presence. They didn't have 50,000, but they had a presence. I want to give a shout out to MetLife Stadium. Also, the people involved, the event staff, they're very professional, very observant, very cordial, very welcoming, and very well paid. Uh, that might have something to do with it. But I want to, make sure that I point this out to everybody, and I just kind of make, if you will, just kind of make this situation, a little bit more palpable, because some folks don't understand. This was a nice event, and I'm sure people had nice events all over the country, all over the world. Just being able to be with family is huge. So this episode is not just about Eid, but it's like the validity of celebrating religious celebrations. The value of religious celebrations, because I'm sure people, when Christmas happens in 2021, people are going to feel a certain way about being able to get together about Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving. So this Eid kind of kicked it off by everybody being able to just be grateful for the fact that we can get together. I mean, some people are like, hey, I got my two shots. It's going down. They took off their mask. And just that feeling. And shout out to the CDC for finally making some guidelines that were clear to follow about wearing masks indoors, outdoors, the amount of vaccinations. And I hope that people follow that, but also use common sense. Use common sense, and they're telling you you can take your mask off everywhere. If you got to fly and you're going to be in a place that's closed, yeah, you might want to keep your mask on. So, that being said, brothers and sisters, what can I say, man? It was a wonderful day, and I am appreciative to all the people who sent out Eid greetings to me. Thank you so much, and I sent out Eid greetings to people. I miss I miss Mama Son, Mama Mas. Eid Mubarak to you, because she was one of the first people to say it. And I want to give a shout out to my brother JT. Eid Mubarak to you as well. So let's get this thing rolling. You know how I normally do. I invite people to the show. It's your first time coming on the show. Well, alhamdulillah, you came on a great, blessed day. It is Eid Mubarak around the world, not just on the shout out show. That's number one. Number two is don't be a stranger. Don't act like you ain't ever been around no people. Jump in that comment section. Let us know who you are. This is a family platform. This is a community platform. While I'm the host, I don't own a platform. And I say this all the time. It's the people that come on the show that really make the show. All right. Big shout out to Sister Satana, my sidekick. Thank you so much for hanging in there. She's been doing incredible work, man. Meticulous functionality behind the controls for the show, which make everything better. It makes things better for me. I don't know if it makes it better for you, but I'm just saying, being able to have a well-produced show. If you really want to know how far the show is progressed, go back to the first episode, like the first 30, first 60, and you see how it kind of grew. And now we're at a point where, brothers and sisters, I feel confident about making some changes, some positive changes, and really expanding the platform and what we're doing and taking it out. Let's see what we can do. It's like a new car, with a new engine. Let's take it out on the highway and see what it can do. I'm really interested in seeing what it could do, but I want to take all of you with me. Can I take you with me? If I take the shout out show to a bigger platform, can I count on my craft services person? Can I count on my ambassador? Can I count on my family from Indonesia? Can I count on JT? I don't even have to ask this a rhetorical question. Of course I can count on you. But you still want to ask permission. Okay. So let's get this up and going, brothers and sisters. I want to make sure that we give a shout out. We got some people in the comment section. Let's get it out. What's going on, Sister Reed? God bless you. I'm glad you were in the house. Thank you so much for making it. There you go. How's everything going up there in your space, Sister Reed? Let us know how it's going. Peace and blessings to you and the family. I hope, you're blessed and everybody's, I know it's hard when you lose somebody, because sometimes it's just that mystery of why somebody left. That's really not for us to figure out. When Allah calls you home, He calls you home. But sometimes it leaves some funny feelings, and people in their feelings about a death of a loved one. So we hope that that's not an issue, and everybody's in their place and they're supportive and they're respectful of your loved one that passed away. You have our du'as. That's a rhetorical statement as well. You got our du'as. We have your back, and we hope that everything is going well for you. Who else we got? My homeboy. This is my main man right here. If it don't get no better, it don't get no better. But it's gonna always be the same. My main man right here. We talking about my main man JT, brother. I'm glad you made to the finish line, and let me be the first one to say to you, brother, who did all of Ramadan. Eid Mubarak to you. Eid Mubarak to you. You know, because you didn't have to, but you saw it all the way through, man, and I appreciate you. You know, I made the dua to Allah that He blesses you and your family, just for wanting to go through that and understanding how you want to connect with your Lord and pray for your family and the welfare of your children, my children, you know, everybody's children, you know, health, wealth, intellect, faith, all these things are really, really important, man. So I appreciate you going along with the ride for me, and I owe you a conversation. So look for me to hit you up after the show. All right? Sister Santiago, why alaikum assalam, assalamu alaikum rahmatullah barakatuh first, and Eid Kareem to you, sister. I don't know where you are. Are you in Texas? Are you still in Tennessee? I'm not sure. But guess what? My blessings, my Eid Mubarak greetings go all over the world. So wherever you are, you have gotten the official Preacher Moss Eid Mubarak. I hope everything's going well, and we appreciate you. Thank you for your greeting. Nice to see you on the show, and we hope everything's going well. All right. Shah Suleiman Al Hadi. Sister, Eid Mubarak to you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I think you're a newbie on the show, but I don't know. Even if it's not your first time on the show, forgive your brother. My memory is not as good as your YouTube, but let me dub you either way. Part of the Shout Out Show family. My platform is your platform anytime you want to come on, and please, please, please give my Eid greetings to your family and your loved ones, because this is a special day. All right? Thank you so much, sister. Next up, my main man, my homeboy, Adam Khan. Adam, Eid Mubarak to you and your family, man. And make sure when they're fixing up those red beans, those beans and rice and that good jerk chicken, brother, that you think of your brother before you take a bite. And tell mom and dad I have them on my duas, and I appreciate you guys always being in the corner of the preacher man, going way back, and being in my family's corner way back, man. You know you appreciate it, and if I haven't said it enough, forgive me, I'm telling you now, you appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Eid Mubarak to you. Next up, my main man, the official Canadian ambassador to the Shout Out Show. My main man, Altaf Rashid. Altaf, I hope you had a wonderful Eid experience up there in Toronto, man. I hope you got to be with your family. You got to kick back, have good food, share gifts, tell tall stories. You know what Muslim men do when they come to Eid? They always talk about how fat everybody's got. You look fat. And we just came off of fasting. Yeah, but you look fat. I'm like, you know what? You got a problem with you. All right. So Altaf, man, big shout out to you and your family. Mom, dad, give them big hugs, man, and make sure that you make them feel special on behalf of you, man, Preacher Moss, and let them know you checked in on your job. You still on your post because you are the official Canadian ambassador of the S.O.S. Next up, Sakina Mujahid, all the way from Charlotte, brothers and sisters, all the way from Charlotte. Sister, we hope all is going well with you. She's got a tribe down there. She's trying to make it happen. A hard-working sister. I feel like James Brown. I just saw get on up. The hardest working sister in her job, Sakina Mujahid. We hope everything's going well, and give each of your tribe my Eid Mubarak greetings. Each one. Don't put them in a group. Each one shake the hand. Make sure they're looking at you when they shake the hand back. And tell them Eid Mubarak, and I hope to see them soon. All right? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. That's right. My mother called my brother for Eid Mubarak. I think she called me too, but I called her back late, so she was getting a rest. But you know that call is not going to go down. That call's going to happen by sundown. You know what I'm saying? But she asked for your number, JT, and I gave it to her right away because she was so excited, brother. She was so excited, man. So I appreciate that. Next up, if you need a PA on that bigger platform, just let me. Hey, man, you better watch out what you say, Adam. You know who I am. I recruit people, and I've recruited you in a couple times, so you better watch what you say, bro. But you know what? We do need to start training people on the shout-out shows. This is Atana. I think we do. We need to start having some people and having them in a space where they learn how to develop broadcasting skills, even using this platform. But there's always an aspect of writing and ads and promotion and direction and writing concepts. So, like, you know what, Adam, I think you're correct. You have my number, Adam. Why don't you give me a call, man? Why don't we talk about some ideas? Let's not have this be one of the idle things that are on the back. This is one thing about me coming out of Ramadan, brothers and sisters. I don't like to be idle. When I have ideas, or you have ideas that you share with me on the show, let's just talk and get it together, get it on the front burner. I want to get things out. You know, ship dates are very, very important to me. So, thank you, Adam, because I feel like you just highlighted something that I've been needing to say for quite a while. So, shukran. Next up, Ahmed Shahid, brother, I wasn't at Eid. I apologize. I meant to let my family know that I wasn't there. But I'm gonna tell you something. I missed you guys. I was at MetLife Stadium, with it, like I said, the New York Giants and the New York Jets play, and I could have used some more black people there. Let's just be honest. I mean, I couldn't even find black people like setting up the stage. I was like, dang. Uh, they were all on security. I was like, "What's up, black man?" He was like, "How you doing?" I started to hug the brother. I was like, "All right." So that's wrong. That's really wrong, especially on Eid. So I saw from a picture that Imam Tyree did the Jummah prayer. I think not the Jummah prayer, but the Eid Kuppah. So I was checking it out. I didn't get to see all of it, but I'm pretty happy about what I did see. So next year, brother, next year I was representing us. On the East Coast, so tell everybody I didn't bail on them. But Ahmed, hey man, you're a hard-working brother, and I always give you a hard time. So let me say to you, again, Eid Mubarak to you and your family and your wife, and hey man, we made another Ramadan. All praise due to Allah. So thank you, Ahmed. Okay, Sister Sanel, she's in Tennessee for the moment. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, cool. We're good. All right, just so we know where you are. You know, when you put a blessing out there, you want to know where it's going. I don't want it to go sitting around in Texas. Make sure it gets to Tennessee. All right, thank you so much. Who we got next? We got our consultant producer, Sister Satana Whitfield, who we were fortunate enough. We had a meeting last night. We grabbed some dinner. She ain't paid for it, but it's all right. She said, "Hey, look, I want to pay for it. All that stimulus money burn up." So so stimulus money only lasts like 2 dinners. So shout out to my sister. I have to give her a hard time, and I want to give a shout out. Hold on, man. Hold on a minute. See, this is the beauty of live TV, brother. Since I have to show you the card that Mama Whitfield gave me. This is an Eid card. Don't get upset, brothers and sisters, because you didn't get one. It's an Eid card. Look at there. Look, let me read it right there. May Allah help make you successful. Keep it up. Take care. Take care, baby. Love, mommy. All right. Look. Bismillah, Ramadan Mubarak, Eid Kareem. If you didn't get one of these, you know what? This is gonna be an NFT because it's only one. It's only gonna be one, and I'm gonna sell it. I'm not even gonna sell it. I'm gonna give you the digital asset for this car. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Now here's the deal. I've been working with Satana almost 400 shows. She never gave me a card like this. That's a darn shame. I'm gonna have to get rid of her. We'll talk about that later when she's not on the show. Okay. So let's get to our topic. But hey, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, Ahmed Shahid. Nope, Tyree just blesses with the Takbir. He is a Takbir guy, though. He has that energy. Abdullah did the kuppah. Oh, it was nice. Okay. I saw Abdullah with a new suit. That was out of that collection from American Gangster, that Frank Lucas look. I said, look at American Gangster. All right, you can tell him I said that. Look, it was a nice suit. I didn't see it, man, but and I meant to ask, how's the man Wazir's voice? Because I know he had to bail on one of the nights for the night of power. I hope his voice is better. So, I just wanted to throw that out there. So, all right, so let's get to our topic. Kicking back on Eid and other religious celebrations. We have talked almost 20 minutes, brother, since I haven't even got to the topic yet. That is horrible. But I'm going to stick to the BBBs, which is be brief, brother. I'm not going to punish you because I know some of y'all are still going through therapy, mental health therapy, because you've been caught in that cook bar every once in a while where the brother doesn't get to the point after an hour, so he keeps you another 45 minutes to make the point that he hasn't got to the point in an hour. I'm not going to do that to you. The whole idea of kicking. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh, everybody. You're probably looking at your screen going, that's a scrumptious looking black man. And you're right. My name's Preacher Mars, comedian extraordinaire. Now, brothers and sisters, you're probably saying, what looks better than that black man right there? I'll tell you. The thought of giving the people in need and assisting them when they need it. Sounds good to me. With that, I introduce the Launch Good Ramadan Challenge. Again, that's the Launch Good Ramadan Challenge, which I'll be highlighting on my show, the Shout Out Show, the last 10 days of Ramadan. Now, brothers and sisters, don't miss out. I'm going to tell you why. I am a good looking black man, yes. I'm a comedian extraordinaire, yes. But the Ramadan Launch Good campaign is a dope project. And I tell you, if you join, you might actually be as dope as me. Now, some of you going, Preacher Moss, I've heard people talk about the Launch Good Ramadan Challenge. What makes your message so different? I'll tell you why. I have a fireplace. Flame on. Hey, family. Let me apologize. I meant to tell you I'm in a hotel, so internet is not guaranteed. I'm sharing it with other residents, and evidently some people got back from construction, and they're using all of the they're using all of the internet. They got your boy on AOL internet. I'm not. I'm not even. On, I'm on bodes. I'm on 1400, 500 bodes per minute. I'm on. I'm on high speed dial up. So let me get to the point because we might actually lose this again. Sister Satana, thank you so much for the save with the ad. Again, shout out to Launch Good. Listen, all I wanted to say about this was the whole idea of kicking back on the Eid is just the feeling that people get to enjoy themselves being religiously connected. And when I say being religiously connected, I don't mean just for myself being Muslim. It means a religious connection all the way back to when I was a kid. And when I say back to when I was a kid, I mean the times I was actually able to remember, the joy of my grandmother and my mother as they prepared dinner for food, not just for us, but for other people. The feeling of family, but also the feeling of community this is before I became Muslim, watching my uncles and my dad and everybody on the corner talking smack, drinking a little, but talking smack. But it was fun because that was part of the whole idea. Part of me being a comedian, a lot of times I tie into the fact that there are these valuable, priceless moments where the community is what we focused on. And it was a nuclear family, and then it was everybody outside of it, and you loved it. We kind of missed it now, and I have to say, maybe because of COVID, it brought it home a little bit more than we may have thought about. Maybe we appreciate it a little bit more. The people who used to be on the steps, the people who used to hang out the windows and yell down the street, the sound of the ice cream truck coming with that really racist song, but kids who would be really, really excited about the ice cream. They had ice cream in the house, but it was the thing about running with your friends behind the truck and buying stuff, all that sugar. knowing, back then, mom and dad didn't know you were hyped up on sugar. They were like, go and get whatever you want to. They give you $2 to $3 and you darn near kill yourself. Remember that time? Well, here we are with Eid. And I think about Eid and I think about Christmas and I was with a brother one time. I don't think he meant any harm. But I said, well, he said, what are you going to be doing for the holidays? I said, well, family's having Christmas, going home and, be my family for holidays. And the brother said, Astaghfirullah. And I said, Astaghfirullah what? He says, those people are celebrating. He said, well, they're going to hell. And I was like, bro, they ain't going to hell. They're going to Walmart, they're going to Best Buy, they're going to buy all the stuff that they want to buy. And when they get a gift they don't want, then they're going back to Walmart and back to Best Buy and back to Heckender's and back to Heck Company and back to Boston Store, wherever they going, Macy's. I said, bro, give it a shot. I said, yeah, we're talking about some things that are material. But what do we do as Muslims? We want to celebrate the material world. We just don't want to be a slave to it. No, neither will anyone else. And I tell you something, and I'll let this whole thing go. When I first became Muslim, it was a shock for some people. People go, preach, why was it a shock? I'm gonna tell you why it was a shock. Because I was a bit of a wild dude. Sports, I was a comedian, I was in school, and I had wild friends, and we hung out and did wild things. Some crazy things. Some things you go, boy, was that really you? I mean, to the point where when I bring some of my pre-Islamic friends around, I tell them, don't talk to any other Muslims. You understand me? But my thing is, and what I appreciate even more, is that there was an air of accommodation even when I became Muslim. I always talk about my Aunt Ruth. My Aunt Ruth was my heartbeat. As a kid, I lived on everything my Aunt Ruth did. Just like my Aunt Maxine and some of my other aunts. I'm aunt crazy, okay? But my Aunt Ruth was the one who was around me a lot. And I love my Aunt Ruth. And she gave me a lot of courage and confidence. She gave me, she taught me how to curse. I mean, these are things that are important to a young man's growth. When you're coming up, you got to know how to curse, fellas. That's it. I mean, when I became Muslim, I stopped a little bit. I stopped enough. Okay. But I remember one time, everybody was kind of like, oh, he's a Muslim. They didn't really know what that meant. A lot of the relationships they had with Muslims had to do with the Nation of Islam. Let's call it what it is. They were in the community, they were prevalent. No knock to anybody else. But I remember feeling a certain way going in for Christmas this one time. Not having gifts, brothers and sisters, not having gifts, trying to tell people I don't celebrate Christmas. Maybe, and it's sort of like, yo, I'll catch you at Eid. But not celebrating Christmas. I remember sitting over in the corner, and everybody knew I was Muslim, and nobody bought me gifts. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. But here's the thing that happened. I was sitting in the corner, feeling some kind of way. And my Aunt Ruth walks over, and she gives me gifts. Like 5, 6, 7, 8 gifts. Now, I'm a late baby. I was born December 21st, 1960. Blah, blah, blah. But my aunt said, listen, I'm giving you these gifts anyway. She said, because I wanted to. She said, because I love you and I think you deserve them. And she said, even more, I want to see you happy the way you make me happy, the way you make mama happy. I want to see you happy. And that thing was so powerful that I realized in her practice of Christianity, we can, however you want to say it, in her understanding that was important to her of Christianity and Christian expression, and which is an expression of joy and love and togetherness, she made me feel that much better. And the thing that was really funny, aside from the gifts, which were beautiful as usual, she yelled out, hey, get in this kitchen. I cooked these green beans with no swine. I was like, I love that lady. I love that lady. So listen, whatever celebration you have that pulls you closer together with your family, pulls you closer together with your God, stop fronting. celebrate it. And if you see someone else doing it and they're your family, celebrate them. You know why? Because it all comes from one place. It doesn't come from your perspective. It comes from people want to be connected to a higher power. Let's celebrate that. Let's enjoy it. That's my piece here on the Shout Out Show today. Again to everybody, Ramadan Mubarak. You made it till we get another one. Shout out to everybody. JT, Sultana, Christian, Sister Amanda. We got my man Ahmed Shaheed, the WD Muhammad community, the NOI, everybody. Sunni, Shia, today is your day. Much love to you guys, brothers and sisters. I will see you on the other side, inshallah. Be prepared for a Saturday Spotlight. We're going to have some fun. Actually, I won't be on a Saturday Spotlight. You will be hosted and entertained by our dear sister, Sultana Whitfield. Your brother has to work. But big shout out. People coming out and taking those masks off. And I saw some people take their mask off today, and I was saying, you know what, boy, you need a dentist. All right, so I'm gonna get on up out of here. God bless. We're gonna rock out. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's Preacher Moss, the Shout Out Show. Hey everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed your Shout Out Show experience. We'll be back with the next show, the next Shout Out Show. A simple ask before you go, please help your brother out. Click that subscribe button, click that notify button, and I'll see you again on this side of the microphone. You probably wonder what that smell is. That's me. I smell good. And the reason I smell good is because I use oils from T.B.T. So I'm not saying you can't smell good. I'm not even saying you stink. I'm saying you have the opportunity to smell exquisite. Check out T.B.T.com for some of the best oils and scents in town.